Hi everyone, today is the 10th of June 2024. Last week I managed to get George fired up after fitting the engine. I had a few problems with a water leak and the indicators stopped working, so we haven't been for a test drive yet. Just look at the weather today. Look. This looked like it's going to rain for the rest of the week according to my app, on and off. But today it's been quite cold. Anyway, my plan was to take George for a proper test drive today. I did make a start of getting the indicators to work, and you could see the covers missing off that one on the right of us there, but I managed to get them working. Basically my own fault. I got rid of some wires and I must have got rid of a couple of wrong wires. Easy to sort out once you know what you've done. I also bought a return spring here. I went to an auto jumbo boot sale. I did put a video up, and I bought a couple of return springs for the carburetor. I only need one, but I thought I'd buy a couple. One slightly shorter than this one, but I think this one will be okay, because the one I got on there is way too heavy. The accelerator pedal is too stiff, strong. So like I say, George do run. It's just the indicators, this problem with the carburetor being stiff, and the water leak, which I'm hoping to sort out today, but I don't think there's going to be any let up in this rain for a while. So I might have a little bit of a tidy up here, and as you can see, I've got a bit of junk on the floor where I've been working in front of the garage. See if I can move some of this stuff so I can try and sort him out, and then we'll take him for a test drive. So I've managed to clear a bit of a space, but look, it's nearly stopped raining. So I might wait another couple of minutes, because if it has, then I won't need to bring him right in. So I'm in the process of connecting another wire across the front from this indicator to this side, and then we're going to put some black insulation tape round it to the others, a little bit of a tidy up, and hopefully that will be the indicators sorted. And down here, where is it? This is the tap which was on my engine from George, and what my plan is to take that one off, pop this one on, and hopefully no more water leak, and then we'll see how we get on. Audio, I've to connect it up the wires. Got an indicator this side. Yep. Yep. If this one's working. Yeah, I've cracked the indicators. So I just need to get that lens back on, and then we'll see if we can sort out this water leak. Right, so there's the new throttle spring. Pulls that back nice, and it's nice and easy to pull. I had this spring on it. I don't know where that was for, or what I've done with my throttle spring, but that was way too stiff. So we've got that sorted now. Next, I need to undo these two bolts, take this off, new gasket on, bit of sealer, and then my tap. That shouldn't take long, should it? And then we'll be ready to fire him up again, and we'll take him for a little test drive. The sun is even coming out for a little while to make life easier. So I'm just going to take this hose off. Definitely going to have to get some more antifreeze. Once we've found we've got no leaks, I think I'll just give this a flush out. Just been looking at my radiator. That's not the best. I did look at it a bit when we took it off. That seems to have got worse. If you look in here, look in where the cores are, look at this, it's all falling to pieces. So I think we're going to be looking at another radiator very soon. I know it didn't leak, but that's not going to be good for the cooling, is it? I will still cool it, but not as good as it should. So the radiator's next. Perhaps I should ask you guys. Right guys, yet again I'm going to ask for something for George. Is there anyone out there who's got a decent radiator they could donate for George? I would appreciate it, and you would help so much. I'll have a look around here, see if there's any local I can pick up as well, but it's worth a trying to see if anyone's got one. I don't mind paying the postage, or I might even buy it if you don't want too much for it. But George is fast becoming a subscriber's car, so he'll belong to everyone. Like I say, he'll be the subscribers' rat moggy. Right, let's get this done. It's off. They're quite awkward to get to. Now, I'm not sure if that was leaking from the bottom there, from that gasket. I don't think that was wet anywhere else. I've got a feeling it was the bottom. I could put it back on, but this one is operated with a cable inside the car where you pull it, or you lift it up and down and it'll open and close. With this one, it is literally a tap. I don't think this is very old, and it didn't leak on the other car, so, or on the other engine. So I'm going to find the gasket what fits that, and we'll pop this one onto George. New gasket, just check. Yep, that's the one. I think I'll just clean this surface up, and the one on the engine block. We'll put a bit of sealer on it as well, just to make sure. We'll get this on. Audio, we've got the tap on, so hopefully that should be good. We'll leave that fully open. I'll fire him up. Let's put a little bit of choke on. Oh, it's got a bit of choke on. This one's on. In neutral. Will he fire up? What a brilliant engine, eh? Look at that. It's just unbelievable. I can't wait to test drive. Right, in my hand here I've got a warning light for the indicator, because the one on this side wasn't working. It kept falling through, just fell apart, so I've got another one. So I'll disconnect this one up, and then I think we'll be about ready. Oh, hang on, something else I need to mention. I kept smelling a lot of petrol lately where the car's been sitting. I shoved this can under, and if you look, it's wet on the bottom of the tank. Here, look. So I think the tank is seeping. I'll have to have a look up the other side of that, but yet something else, eh? So I think we're going to be looking for a fuel tank as well. So we need a fuel tank and we need a radiator. Obviously I'm going to look around and try and pick one up, but if any of you guys out there have got either and you want to donate or contribute, whatever you might call it. If not, if you're feeling flush, you can put money on the buyers of coffee, which is as little as £3, but it'll all help. But these things will be needed. We're just going to see how George got on with overheating. I don't think he ever did overheat with that radiator, but the more I look at it, but I've got a plan. I'm going to do a test when I get a chance. I'm going to take this out of here and we'll chuck it in a bucket or a pan of boiling water, and we'll see what it reads. I think that's reading high myself, but that'll solve something straight away, whether the gauge is reading high or not, wouldn't it? Anyway, let's jump inside, George. Now, this is the repeater I've got with all the tape around it that goes in this hole. Obviously it keeps falling through, so I've got another one similar to that to go in there, but I think this one's slightly smaller, so that might fall through. We'll have a look. Everything's how it should be, apart from some little niggly things. I definitely need to do this next, I think, because that's not looking good. And not only that, all the water's gone in and that'll rot the bottom out even more than it is already. So right, let's fire him up again. We'll see, keep an eye on this temperature. At the minute it's about 65. Now George always run between 110 and 120, which was really hot, but I think that'd be boiling over if that was too hot. I think this gauge is reading high, but looking at my radiator I could be wrong, so I will be doing that test to see. The accelerator's a lot better now I've got the lighter spring on it. Right, we'll switch on to this other camera and we'll give it a blast. We'll see how we get on. Actually, we'll leave them both on. Tell you what, the accelerator was a lot looser than it ever had been. Should have moved the wife's car, so I've now got to do a bit of manoeuvring to get out of here. All good. Just testing these brakes because don't forget we've had the brakes apart. Got a new brake line on the front left hand side, apart from a squeaky which you can expect, but not running, being used for a little while. But they seem quite good. George definitely seems a little bit rattlier than usual, but that might just be them engine mounts. Could just be the different engine in the hole. But we're not worried about that. George has got a lot of loose bits on him as well. I'm really liking this light accelerator pedal. Try these brakes a few more times before we go too far, eh? Yeah, they seem fine. Let's pull them well. Yeah, the clutch is just so light, I'm liking that. I've got this window open a bit because I've got the heat on. Actually, I'm going to turn that off because it's getting too warm in here. Charging well. It's about 65 pound of pressure while we're driving, which is okay. Got to keep a good eye on the oil pressure. glad the indicators are working. I didn't really want to go for a drive with no indicators. One, because someone probably pull out in front of us and then the police will come and it'll be my fault. Like the wife said, because of the way George looked, I could get hold of her and they'd love it if they could find things wrong, wouldn't they? Like I say, he is pulling really nice. And that temperature is just sitting the same as before. Sneak through here. And the brake pedal is good. I was thinking I might need to re-bleed that, but that seems fine. I will bleed them up again because I'm going to take the front wheels off to grease up the trunnions. I like to do that every year. Car and the wind, well, the wind chill, that felt really cold. We've had some heavy downpours. Well, all's good. The temperature is staying at 110, which normally would be a bit high, but like I say, I think that gauge is not right. But like we said, looking at that radiator, not the best, is it? Like I say, George has got a lot of wraps anyway because of everything's just loose on him through the way he is. And like I've said, I'm not trying to restore him. I want him restored. I like him looking rough. Right, he's slightly rougher than I wanted him to look at the minute, but anyhow. Right, I'm not going to go up the dual carriageway today. I'll use him a few times before we start in that territory. The temperature's staying the same. Use George as my daily, as normal. The rest of this week anyway. Definitely going to look out for a petrol tank and a radiator. And like I say, I don't think that is actually overheating. I don't think that radiator is much longer, who knows, but it's just not how it should be, is it? But I'll have to do for now. Yeah, this engine feels really nice. Loads of power. think we can safely say for the time being, George is back. And I will keep you updated. I'll run him for a week or so and then I'll do an update of how things are gone. But for the first outing in George, he's done really well. Like I say, the throttle's nice and light now, never been this light, and also is that clutch. But we know the clutch is brand new. It's quite warm now compared with how it was, so we're going to have a heat. I think we do it now. But there's a little lay-by around this corner which we'll pull in. We'll have a quick look under the bonnet. Try a restart, see how we get on. Right, let's just pull in here. George is away. That'll be why that light was coming on, I think. We'll turn that off. Yeah, I need to leave that on. I try not to keep this in my pocket for that reason. Right, let's jump out. Just pull the bonnet. We'll jump out and have a quick look. Let's have a quick look what's going on. Well, there we go. There's no oil everywhere. Obviously it's hot, but it's not boiling over anything. There's no leaks with this nice tap on, which is good. I'm glad I've done that. Like I say, everything's good. Everything's good as it should be. Oh, hang on. There's a little bit of oil here, probably from these like covers here, look. Just a little bit of oil there, so I could do the gaskets on them. But that's nothing. It's not pouring out. There's no leak from the front pulley oil seal, so that's good. It's not hiding anything coming from the rocker box. So all's good. I'm quite pleased with that. Yes, I am. Everything is good. So I think what we'll do, we'll continue to run George. Let's put I'll put the ignition on. We'll just do a quick restart from under the bonnet. He's away. Look at that engine. Nothing wrong with that. On here. Okay guys, so I think I'm going to end it here. So George is back on the road. If anyone can help out with the fuel tank or the radiator, please get in touch. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.